All right, we're here at the war store. We're at the last game of the siege war phase of the campaign. It's going to be called Last Stand. It's the last stand of the defenders, the Imperium, before the Xenos gets towards the city proper, the Hive City, right on the gate. So this is 2,500 points of Crimson Fist Space Marines, and it's going to be comprised of a Gladius Strike Force. Auxiliary is going to be an armored tank company, and then I've also added a pair of Stormhawks from the Death from the Skies book. So let's go into the leadership here. We got a captain and a chaplain, both in Terminator armor, and one with the combi melt and one with the combi plaz. They both have an Auspex. They have a command squad with plasma guns, and they're going to be deploying in a drop pod. So this whole thing in the front here is two battle demi companies forming a Gladius Strike Force. So I got 3 tactical squads and Razorbacks, and all they have is bolters. I have a Devastator squad with 2 grav cannons. This one has 2 Typhoon land speeders in a squadron, and this one has 3 heavy bolter bikes for their fast attack choice. So they're both identical battle demi companies with the 3 tactical squads and the Devastator. I also added an Ironclad Dread for each of them. They both have dual heavy flamer, chain fist, and power fist, and they'll be deploying in drop pods. So here are the 2 Stormhawks. They're going to be individual Stormhawks. They have the Skyhammer missile launcher, Last Talon, and twin-linked assault cannon, and the Infernum Halo launchers. And then this is the armored tank company led by a Tech Marine who has a combi plasma, 3 separate Whirlwinds, a Thunderfire cannon with the Tech Marine gunner, and a Predator Destructor with the heavy bolters and auto cannons. So a lot of free vehicles. All those Razorbacks and drop pods come free with the Gladius Strike Force, and then you got the 2 auxiliaries on the side. All right, so we got the Tau. They're attacking. We got about 2,500 points worth of Tau, and we got the familiar Riptide wing over here and the Stealth Cadre. But I see some crisis suits and some piranhas. What else you got in this army?
So we got a 3rd Ghost Keel. This is the Ghost Keel wing,
Newly painted.
freshly painted, right off the press. Added a couple more stealth suits to the cadre.
So it's getting big, that formation.
I got 2 there. I got added some piranhas into the Hunter Cadre today. I like to add something new every time.
Are they individual or are they like a squadron?
It's a unit of 3.
Okay.
Squadron of 3. And I added 3 more. Actually brought 6 crisis suits this time. I got 3 in one unit with dual missile pods fusion, and the other squad is actually pretty much the same, missile pods and fusion as well.
Okay.
And Commander Bob, primary setup, same as usual.
Marker drones?
8 marker drones and a hammerhead.
All right, and then a couple Fire Warrior squads here and a Pathfinder.
I got 1 unit of 8 Pathfinders and 3 units of 5 strike teams.
No one's shooting 1 die unless you're a hawk.
Yes.
All right, so 2,500 points of Tau on the attack, trying to get into the city. This is the last defense for the defenders. All right, so we got the defenders have deployed their 3 infantry units. These are the last survivors. They will be worth 2 victory points if they survive. If the attackers kill them, there'll be D3 for each one that they destroy. So I got a heavy bolter. These are just tactical squads set up inside the ruin.
Just so I know.
And I'm looking out.
This venom at them.
All those Tau coming at me.
You will all fit a white, so I can.
Yes. I mean,
All right, so the turn 1 shooting, we had the marker drones from the commander lit this one up. and one of the riptides targeted it, exploded it. These guys had to bail, and we got a pinned result. So this squad is pinned from the explosion. And over here, we had the Pathfinders marker lit this Razorback, and two of the other riptides targeted it with the blasts, and we were able to do 2 hull points of damage, but it cannot move or shoot. But it's still alive on 1 hull point remaining. So now with Tau, we're going to do all their jump moves and see if they can get a little closer or get some maneuver. Alright, so all the jump moves are done, and the Tau are getting closer to the defensive area here. So let's get our first turn. We got some drop pods coming in, 2 of them. 2 out of the 3 will be dropping down, and we'll see if we can get a little bit of return fire from what we have left on the board. Alright, so the drop pods came down with the ironclad dreads. We flamed some drones, some marker drones back there, and some stealths. We killed a stealth, killed a couple of marker drones. Over here we killed a couple of stealths. We tried to flame them, ignoring the cover. And then this heavy bolter fired at some marker drones and killed a couple more. So not too much damage, but a little bit. This group is no longer pinned. They had no range on anything. And this guy snap fired at the Pathfinders and missed everything. So now we're going for reserves for the remainder of Tau coming on. We got 3 fire warriors and
3 identical fire.
Alright, so the shooting round is over from the top of turn 2. We had some fire warrior strike teams come on from reserve, but we're missing the crisis team, right?
Missing 1 squad of strike teams and the missile, the stealth suits and crisis suits.
Alright, so the Ghost Kills used their special hit-on rear armor and wrecked this guy out, so he's gone. And then these guys took fusion, right? The fusion from the crisis team knocked him down on the ground. So both of my ironclad dreads are out for the count. Yeah, those are good shots, ignoring cover, hitting on rear, and this one just had straight shots right into his chest. You destroyed this vehicle, and then you did a big blast from a riptide and killed 2 guys from here. These guys got out, they're not pinned. So we got a morale check we got to do on this squad, and then a morale check here from the shooting from all the stealth teams. Alright, so this guy fell back 6 inches from failing his morale check, but he'll be able to rally because and they shall know no fear. We've passed our morale check with this squad, and now the Tau are doing their jump moves, and they're going to get all their jump packs. So we're going to go into reserves. I'm going to start rolling up for all the reserves that are going to be coming on for the Crimson Fist. Let's see what we got. Alright, so we had a lot of guys come on. We had 2 tacticals, heavy bolter attack bikes, and did a lot of damage to this. Did they make their morale check? We got a little morale check over there.
I haven't rolled from yet.
And what else we got?
They like blocked you if I didn't boost.
We drop potted the command squad here with the Tech Marine and the Captain Chaplain with the plasma guns, but I rolled a lot of misses. And then the Feel No Pain kicked in. So what did we only do? 4 wounds altogether?
This
Or he
one
has
took
4
2
left. That 4 means 4 left. So 4 wounds remaining, only 2 wounds from all that plasma. That's a lot of plasma. We did kill a ghost kill though, which he enacted the special snap firing rule against my Typhoons. And only 1 hit, and then my Stormhawk was able to come in and finish him off. And also the Thunderfire cannon was able to do a couple things of damage to those drones. So once we got the drones down, we were able to get those cover saves out. We moved a couple guys up. They took some shots at the drones over here with this ghost kill, but no effect with that cover save. So we're at the top of turn 3, and Bob's going to roll for his remaining reserves and see what we got.
I need 2.
Alright, so reserves came in. We got a Devastator squad and a Whirlwind come in here. The Whirlwind can't fire, but the Devastator grav cannons popped out and did 2 wounds to this guy. The second flyer came on, the Stormhawk, and was able to kill No, he wounded the Riptide, and then the assault came from these guys with the extra plasma we had left. All this rapid fire, Overwatch fire. So all these squads got to Overwatch fire, but we still absorbed it. But they're on 1 wound left each. So each of my leaders here are down to 1 wound apiece. But they did get into charge range, and the captain did kill the Riptide. The chaplain actually absorbed 2 hits from the monstrous creature with his Rosaria save and saved both of them. So
These are going to be at
they're gonna be in a bad position for shooting, but at least they killed the one Riptide. This guy came in and did nothing, so all his saves and feel no pains saved him, so no damage. And what else we did? The Thunderfire Cannon targeted these guys and did 1 hull point on them. The Heavy Bolter from here tried to take down one of these drones, but the cover save saved them. The Predator attempted to fire here. We did get a couple of snapshots. The autocannon bounced off the armor, and then the snapshots also bounced off the armor. The Heavy Bolters killed 2 out of the 4 guys remaining. Bob went to ground with them, so they had to 3-up cover. And this Heavy Bolter couldn't do any more wounds. So there's still some Pathfinders, still some target multi-trackers here. What are these guys? The targeting drones, right? The marker drones?
Marker drones and the...
So there's still some left. We tried to take them out, but we couldn't get them. We still have a Devastator squad in reserve, and we still have a... the Whirlwind in reserve. So we're going to the bottom of, we're in the bottom of 4 now, so anything that's still in reserve, top of 4, anything that's still in reserve, coming on automatically. And Bob's up, he rolled 2 D3s for his killing my last survivors, so he's up 7 right now, points, because he had first blood. Alright, let's go see what happens with these remaining reserves. I think he's got a crisis team and a strike team coming in, and see what kind of firepower he's able to deal back. We only killed 1 Riptide. Thought we'd be able to get more out, but we couldn't. And 1 Ghost Keel is down. Alright, so the Tau came in here, they destroyed this Rhino. The Devastators had to bail out. We did 1 wound on Overwatch coming in, but then we locked up and we did another wound with the combat. So this guy is locked up in combat with this Devastator squad. This Riptide killed the Thunderfire Cannon on a charge, so it killed the Tech Marine Gunner, and the cannon is gone. They also destroyed this Ghost Keel right here, shot up the Razorback and bailed these guys out. And then I think or was it vice versa? I think the fusions from here killed this, and then the Ghost Keel took out the Predator. And the commander moved up. Some of these stealth guys moved up. They tried to shoot at the plane, but needed 6s to hit, so no hits. And that's it. These bikes are okay. So we lost a Razorback, lost a Predator, and we lost a squad, lost a Tech Marine Gunner. We lost our last survivor. He was over here. The stealths shot him up, so he's gone. So all of our last survivors are eliminated. And our captain and our Terminator went down to heavy fire from these guys. They deep struck in off of the, what'd they have? We had a homing beacon, right? So they deep struck right over here and shot me up, and it failed all my saves. The captain died first, and then the chaplain went down quickly after. These guys moved up in fusion and knocked out my line-breaking drop pod, and these fire warriors came on from reserve and hull pointed out my land speeder that turbo boosted up the field. So we got a lot of Tau in the perimeter now, inside the defensive area. And I still have a Devastator squad and a Whirlwind to come on, so we're going to see if they come on this turn. Actually, they automatically do. And Alright, our bolter is rapid fired here, but he invoked the snapfire rule, so we hit, but nothing wounded. The heavy bolters over here shredded a couple of strike team guys and Pathfinders between all these heavy bolters. The Whirlwind came on, but he can't shoot this turn. These 2 Whirlwinds tried to target the strike team over here, but both scattered wildly into the off the board over there, so there's no hits from the templates. We lost one guy from the smash attack, but we made our morale, and we were able to kill one stealth with the grav cannons coming on with the rhinos.
So what you got,
The Stormhawk did just Hull pointed out the hammerhead, and this guy killed one and did a hull point to another. So one piranha down, and that's it, right? All right, so we're going to the top of the 5th turn, and we'll see what the Tau can do. Everything's on the table, and we got a lot of guys in our ranks right now. Our warlord is down. And where's your warlord? He's still kicking, right? This guy, right in the middle, still kicking. All right, top of turn 5, Tau shooting.
These guys.
All right, we're at the top of the middle of the turn here. The Tau did all their moving and shooting. They destroyed a bunch of more vehicles. So this one's popped. This one got popped. Guys had to bail out. These guys got whittled down. We made our morale checks, and we lost a whirlwind here to a side shots by this guy. So the ghost kill, he destroyed that one, and the commander shot up this squad. The bike survived some shooting from over there to one last Pathfinder and strike team member. These guys jumped over, and we had this thing got wrecked by some fusion. Crisis team fusions ripped up the Devastator's Rhino, and this guy did wind up winning the battle. I lost 2 guys. I failed morale, ran away off table, and then he consolidated over here with his jump move. And Bob's just finishing up his other jump moves with all his jump pack units. And we've lost a lot of vehicles. Our Stormhawks are still flying strong, but all these things got wrecked by fusion. And now he's starting to roll up the whole battle line here. So we got Tau all the way through the defensive perimeter.
This way.
Everything we have is on the table, so we got one whirlwind left that can fire at full effect this turn. A couple of troops that were forced to bail out. I still got one unit that can possibly line break, and that's about it. So let's see if the Crimson Fist can fight back and take out some units and try to get some kill points here. All right, we did kill the Riptide that had 2 wounds remaining with the grav cannons, but we did not do any damage to the commander's unit. We shot all the bolters at him trying to take down some of these drones or do some wounds. Nothing. He's made all his saves. We did kill one piranha. It had 1 hull point remaining, so the bolters took one of them out and made him jink. And we flew over there and killed a couple of strike team guys. The heavy bolters, he made all his covers, right? One dude. So we had to assault him. We got him in the assault and then consolidated off to be in there for line breaker. This guy came over here and did some wounds to him, I think 2 or 3 wounds. So he's on 1 wound remaining. And that brings it to the top of 6 if we roll. We'll roll up, see if we get on 3 or better. We've got another game turn. So we're going for another game turn. Turn 6. Top of turn for the Tau. All right, so the Devastators at the top of the 6th turn were taken out by the fusion and missile pods from this squad. So they're gone. And we had a couple of snapshots. The Ghost Keel snapshotted and did 1 whole point of damage to this guy, and those guys snapshotted and did 1 whole point of damage to that Stormhawk. And we had some long-range missile pod shots going across down here and took out 1 Marine. This guy was snap shooting only because the last time he jinked, so he missed. And then the commander, between the commander and the Riptide, with the big blast and everything, the pipe plates hitting here wiped out both squads, so they're all eliminated. So we got 2 Stormhawks remaining and bikes and 1 squad. See if we can get some damage done. All right, the Stormhawk angled over to the side, killed about 2 or 3. strike team, 2 guys.
Two guys.
Looks like that.
2 guys from 1 to the other one.
This one guy, he made a lot of cover saves. He went to ground, so the heavy bolters and the bolters failed to kill him. But these bolters over here were able to get the one last Pathfinder off that rock. So we got another kill point there, and the Jinking Piranha was taken out by the last Talon. So we picked up 2 more victory points there on kill points. But now the Tau are going to be able to retaliate. It looks like a lot of guns are in range to shoot into the back of the Stormhawk and then also the Whirlwind. That's all we got left. We got a squad of men over here, attack bikes over here, and a Stormhawk over here. So it looks bad. All right, this is the end of the game. We went to a turn 7. We did both turns at once. The Tau were able to snap shoot and get both Stormhawks. They were only on 1 whole point remaining. So the both Stormhawks were taken out. The commander got one. And then the Ghost Keels over here killed the Whirlwind. We had 1 guy left out of the shooting from the Riptide, I believe. Targeted me.
A lot of things shot out.
Yep. And then these guys were able to kill 1 attack bike. But we did 1 wound to return on return fire. So there's a couple of things that were left on 1 wound. The Riptide was left on 1 wound. The strike team squad had 1 guy left.
Yep, these guys.
Stealth team, 2 guys left. Pretty good stealth team here. 1 ghost kill, good there. Only 1 wound on the commander. So we got a strong Tau presence inside the defensive perimeter. And it looks like the Xenos have broken through the defenses on this last stand before the Hive City is going to be taken on. So we're going to tally up all the points and then we'll get the final count. But I won a full 7 turns. So we got the final tally, and it was 42 kill points.
Based on the fact that
32 were from just killing units. All these vehicles and small squads were wiped out. And then you had Bob had First Blood, Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker. That's those 3.
apparently
And then he also had 7 points from the last stand, killing all the units that were started, or those infantry units that started on the board turn 1. And I was able to get Linebreaker and 7 other victory points, killing some various squads. So convincing victory for the Xenos. So this was the last battle of the siege war phase of the campaign, Planetary Onslaught. We'll be going on to Cities of Death at the end of this. So thanks for tuning in to the Bellport Battle Bunker, and stay tuned for the last phase of the campaign, Cities of Death.